it's important to know that dementia progresses in stages. And the timeline varies from individual to individual. It's not the same for every person. Some people progress faster. Some people progress more slowly. Some people, there are just varied ways of progression, and it depends on the underlying pathology and the severity of the disease for each person. Now, firstly, remember there are 3 stages. We have the early stage, we have the middle stage, and we have the late stage. Okay, so the early stage is usually a stage of mild dementia. Some abilities are often retained in this presence. Things like basic self-care is still present, social interaction is still present, awareness of deficits is still present. Okay, so the person is able to tell, I think I'm losing my memory. I think I'm forgetting things more frequently than I used to. Okay, and the person can still function in social settings. So this is usually at the early stage. And the common challenges for such people is forgetfulness, misplacing items, the difficulty with complex tasks, anxiety or frustration. It's always scary to know that you're losing your memory, okay? And people can really get worried and anxiety begins to build up. So these are some of the challenges that people in the early stage of dementia face. And the care for them at this stage is different from the care for people at the other stages of dementia. And I often state this because this podcast is not a clinical podcast, it's not a medical podcast. It's for everyday persons and caregivers to be able to understand what's going on in the life of their relatives and their loved ones who might be suffering from dementia. Okay, and so the focus of care in such people is firstly to support independence, secondly to build routines, and finally to encourage decision making. So as much as possible, for as long as possible, it's important to support independence. Don't quickly relieve them of all responsibilities and duties and make them fully dependent. Okay, so support them, encourage them, and more importantly, build routines. Don't switch things on them so fast. It helps them to stay more calm, being in environments that they've always known. Familiar places and spaces is also important at this stage of dementia, and so that is what the care focus for such a person is supposed to be at this point.